Hey everybody, Crow back again, and I'm going to do something I never really did on this channel before. I was sent 2 items to actually review for this channel specifically. Now, I've gotten requests to review things before, but I never really accepted them because they were things that I just wasn't interested in or didn't really have anything to do with this channel to begin with. But I got contacted from somebody from this company called NewQ, asking me if I would make a video on 2 Steam Deck items. I was like interested because these would be items that I'd actually want, and I just recently got the Steam Deck. So they sent me a USB-C 4-in-1 Steam Deck dock and a NewQ power bank for Steam Deck. And I asked what they wanted me to make the video for, like what kind of video, how soon did they want it, just to see that I wasn't gonna have to be forced to make a video that I didn't want to make. They said I could take as much time as I wanted to make this video, and that they requested that the video be positive, but of course they did. But I'm kind of gonna ignore that. Besides, I don't see how I could give a negative review to these products as long as they work. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take a quick look at the Amazon pages here. The links for these things will be in the description below. We'll unbox them, get my initial impressions, and then I'm going to actually take a break, maybe 2, 3, 4 weeks, I don't know, to actually use these things and come back at you at the end of the video to give you my final thoughts on it. Now here's the first item. This is it's listed as the Travel Steam Deck dock for Steam Deck OLED portable stand, USB-C hub with HDMI, 4K at 60 Hz, 2 USB. Okay, this is all a lot of stuff here. And let's see what they say here. Okay, so you got power in, you've got HDMI out, of course, and then 2 USB. Now this just attaches to the back, so it's kind of convenient. 4-in-1 desktop and portable. So okay, we got that. 100 watts power in. Innovative handheld. Okay. It's just kind of showing here. I mean, yeah, these are just going out 4K 60 hertz. I don't have a 4K TV, so I can't try that out. But I will try the TV out at some time, just on a basic television. 1080p. It's showing also that it's not blocking the vent here, I guess. The force that the Steam Deck dock can withstand, so it's just saying that the hinge here can stand up to 20 times the weight of the force of the Steam Deck, I guess. Supercharge your data with, so it's just, USB 3, USB drives, sleek and compact design, so that's the size dimensions, and 100 watt. Wait, why are the arrows going out of the Steam Deck? Isn't this how you charge it? Okay, now they got it going the right way. The power is going into the thing. There's a size. Okay, so again, it's just the basic dock. I think all the other docks pretty much do this thing, whether or not you clip it on or put it in a stand. We'll just, the important thing is that it works. Here we have the price. Normally it looks like $27.99, $24.98, so it should be around $25. US, that's where I am. The second item we have is the NewQ 2-in-1 Steam Deck battery bank and stand for Steam Deck OLED, 20,000 milliamp, 65 watt PD 3.0 fast charging power deck, Steam Deck accessories with dual USB-C cables, not suitable for case. So I'm guessing if you put this on, you're not going to fit it in the case. But there's actually a little indent in the back of the case. You might be able to squeeze that in. Plus, I think a lot of people don't use the case that came with the Steam Deck. So again, this is what it looks like. The one thing I'm curious about is it's going to show this built-in kickstand here. I wonder if you could flap that down, or if that's always going to stick out like that. Multifunctional design. It can also be used as sand. It looks like you can. I'm not really sure if this image is intending to show that it closes, but we'll take a look at that. Ending battery life anxiety, extends range by 6 to 8 hours. I might have to test that out. Benefits of 65 watt may show slow charging when using 45 watt through a hub or other accessories during large games. I don't really know if whether or not you're playing a game increases the amount of wattage you can put into the device. Advantages of physical snap: avoids the effect of magnetic attraction on the GPU. Now, this is just showing that everything clips on. I think there's some of these battery docks, I guess, that connect the battery magnetically. I really don't know if that affects the Steam Deck at all, so I don't know if that claim is substantial or not. A must-have on the go. Batteries meet airplane carry-on requirements. Now, okay, this image cracks me up. This image is obviously been photoshopped. This kid is not playing a Steam Deck. He's playing a Steam Deck that has been smashed in, and you can tell everything's been smashed in to fit his hands. It is such a photoshopped image. It's hilarious. Packing list. Okay, so this is what it comes with. And explore more possibilities. Okay, I guess they had an extra image to throw in there and they didn't know what to put in there. So let's take a scroll down, see if any of this stuff is different. Okay, benefit slow always can be used as a stand. Now it's showing that, okay, if you could remove the battery, you could still use it as a stand, but it doesn't show if it actually closes or not. Silicone protections. Case is not recommended. Yeah, obviously, I think if you're using some sort of case, I don't think you can use either of these things. I mean, you could use them, you just wouldn't be able to clip it on the case. Installation diagram. Oh yeah, I would have never been able to figure this out. And going back up to the price is a little bit, well, a bit more expensive. This is $69.99 or $70. It is running right now for $59.99, and you could apply a $5 coupon. So that would bring it down to around $55 or $54.99, around $55 plus tax. At the time I'm recording this is probably weeks before I'm putting this video out, so who knows how these prices are going to fluctuate. It might be more expensive. It shouldn't be any more expensive than the list price, but you could find it cheaper. Alright, so let's unbox these things. Let's start out with the USB-C 4-in-1 Steam Deck dock. Got my knife, we'll just cut this open here. Oh, maybe I should take a look at the packaging first. 4K 60 Hz HDMI 2.0, 100 watt fast charge. This is exactly how it came to me. I assumed that if you were to order this from Amazon, you'd get exactly the same thing. Again, this didn't come from Amazon. I sent this directly from NewQ. They're not offering me any monetary. They're just letting me keep these things, which is why I agreed to do this pretty much. Because I could use these things. Alright, so we have instructions. I don't know why I need that. And this is how it's packaged. Here's our item here. So this one does go in and out. So if we clip this on, what's the best way to clip this on? I'm sure I'm willing to bet this way because I think it goes in the grates on the top and then it just snaps underneath. This does not have the silicone protection that the other one claimed to have. So I don't even know if that really matters. Actually, it doesn't matter that much for me because I have a D brand skin on here. So I'm not going to be scratching the Steam Deck itself. But again, you might, if you don't use a skin, you might be scratching the Steam Deck if you do this a lot. Take it on and put it off because, yeah, it's just going to be rubbing up against there. So if you have a problem with that, maybe this isn't for you. But again, I have D brand skin, so I'm not really worried about scratching the Steam Deck, and it just kind of plops on top like this. Yeah, so the stand works. I know you're getting an above view, but again, if the stand is down, it just... Yeah. I mean, it's very basic. As long as this stuff works, I'm sure this will be fine for $25. So far, I don't think this is bad at all. All right, second item here. The power bank for Steam Deck. That. There we go. So the first thing we have here is the clip. Oh, it looks like this flap there does open up, so it doesn't permanently stay open. I don't know what, oh, that's interesting. You're getting two of these things, whatever they are. Oh, you know what? Okay, I think I got this. So I don't know why I'm getting two of them. Yeah, so I don't know if I got a special thing or not, but the listing only showed one of these things. I don't know why I have two. I don't know if you couldn't expect to get two of these or why you would even need two of these. Oh, I know why. Because if you just wanted to use this as a stand, then you wouldn't have to have this on. I guess that's why that's clipped up. I don't know why I have two of them. does have the silicone on the top and the bottom like it claimed. Let's see, and I suppose that under here is the battery's instructions. And it's okay to have just in case. And here is the power brick itself. I don't know why they just wouldn't both be USB-C at this point. It does come with the two cables here. Extremely short, but again, you might not really need anything long because it really just has to reach from here to the Steam Deck. Now this is USB-C to USB-C, and this is USB-C to USB-C. So maybe you charge it with this, and this goes in the Steam Deck. Now I got to look at the manual because they've confused me. Oh, this USB-C here is 65 watt, and the USB-A is 45 watt. But so they made this so you could plug other devices into it, use it for. I mean, that makes sense. But how do you charge this thing then? Okay, I think you're basically using the same port to charge it and to charge other things. So it must know whether or not you've got it plugged into a power supply where this can receive power, or a device that wants to draw power out of it. It's gotta be. I mean, otherwise, they're not expecting you to, they can't be expecting you to use the USB-A for this intended purpose here, because they didn't give you a cable to be able to do that. They give you two lengths of cable, one for probably if you wanted to charge this. So if I wanted to charge it, they gave you a longer cable, but the shorter cable is probably for plugging it when you're actually using it as a power bank. So it doesn't seem like there's anything on here that would, oh wait, here it is. You click on it. Okay, so there you go. There's the lights there showing, indicating the power. It looks like there's 50% power in here. So let's clip this on. So this seems, oh, okay, this one's a little bit different. You can pull this and it goes around the edge like that. And I should have known that because I looked at the description and they told me that in the description. You just have to line up the vents. So I guess, this does slide back and forth. I don't know if that's going to be an issue. Let's see here. And then this, I'm supposing since the power's there, I'd want this to be like this. So that clips on like that. And I guess we can take our power. Oh, maybe I need the kickstand up to be. Oh, you know what? With the kickstand up, it's like leaning way back. It's like almost at like a 45-degree angle here. It's way further back than the other one. And that's non-adjustable. The other one was not adjustable either. So this kind of flips way up, if you can see that. It flips all the way up. So we'll plug this in here. So that's why we got that short cable. We don't need an excessively long cable. Add a little bit of weight. Oh, the light's on the Steam Deck here. It means it is receiving power, so it is indeed working. And there we go. Yeah, that's just our basic unboxing, initial impressions. So far, everything seems to be fine. I'll use these things for a couple weeks, and we'll continue the video then. All right, it's about a month later. I've had a chance to mess around with both of these items pretty significantly. They both work just as you would expect them to, but I could nitpick about a couple things, and I'm going to start out with the Steam Deck dock. Tested the USB ports. They both work. I used like a mouse, I used a keyboard, I used a flash drive. Everything worked just fine. But I just kind of wished wishing that there was an extra USB port here, because like I said, I was using a mouse, a keyboard, and a USB flash drive, and it would have been far easier if I could have had both a mouse and keyboard. Now, granted, I could have probably put another hub there, or I could have probably used a combo keyboard and mouse. But that's just not what I had available at the time, so I kind of wished there was just a third one there. Not really that big of a deal. I did test the HDMI out. I used this portable monitor, and you're seeing footage of that working just fine right now. And in case you're wondering, that game is Tatsunoko versus Capcom for the Wii. I was messing around with emulation on the Steam Deck, and it looked perfectly fine to me. The only thing that was really screwing me up with this is the stand. And it's probably just me, but I will nitpick on this, is that there's no real adjusting. It's either all the way open or not. and that's fine. But the problem I have here is, if you're looking at this, is that there's a very loose wobble here at the very end of it. And there was a time where I kept putting it down, but I kept putting it down a little bit too far. And when it did that, it would just kind of slam shut. And I was like, where is it? And I'd have to open it up, and I'd kind of do it again. And I'd have to, like, make sure I put it down, foot first, and then lean it back. And it worked fine. But that's probably just me. The other thing is, with this attached, you think, oh, I could just always keep it attached. But if you want to put it in the case that the Steam Deck comes with, you can't have this on here and close the case. Now, I know a lot of people have gotten, like, bigger cases and stuff, and that would probably be fine. So let's talk about this battery bank that attaches on the back of the Steam Deck. The one thing I immediately noticed when I put this on for the first time and I wanted to try it out is that it did feel significantly heavier. Not so much where I wouldn't use it, but it is noticeable. I did weigh these items separately just to see what the weights were. I believe the Steam Deck itself by itself was about 1 pound 7 ounces. But this, the battery pack and the clip, weighs in at almost a pound. So together, both things together weigh 2 pounds and 7 ounces. Now, you don't have to have the battery attached. You could actually, what I would actually prefer is to have a longer cable and maybe set this alongside with me. Maybe I could carry the battery bank in my pocket with a longer cable, and then you're not carrying all that extra weight. I tested the battery life as best as I could. I tried this a couple times, and what I did was I actually charged the Steam Deck by itself to 100%, and it took me a while to figure out what was the best thing to run on this. Basically, I wanted something that would run just constantly, that was, using as much of the GPU and CPU as possible to drain the battery down as fast as possible. And I settled on the game Wreckfest. And I just basically would play around, and then I would have the instant replay just constantly loop until the battery drained. Now, I believe the Steam Deck itself lasted just a little bit over 2 hours by itself. Basically what I did, I charged it all the way back up, attached the battery, connected to it, and it actually lasted around 2.5 hours, more than double the lifespan of the Steam Deck if you're not able to get to an outlet. The hinge here is actually a little bit, it's actually better than the Steam Deck portable dock. It's more solid. It just goes back further, and I kind of wish it didn't. Again, I'm not really going to be using this all that much, I think. I think I'm going to have the Steam Deck dock usually on this thing more often than this. All right, I remember another issue I was going to bring up here, and that is these cables that it came with. Yeah, so if you want to charge it, you could swap out this cable because it's longer. But unfortunately, then you just have this cable just sitting aside. There's no place to put it. And almost every time this was done charging, I'd grab it and I'd unplug it, and I was like, okay, where's that little cable? And I'm looking for it. It took me a while to find it every time. And then you plug it in, and then you've got the shorter cable here. And I just felt like, okay, over time, this little cable's going to get lost. And then I realized the solution to this is to, instead of having these two cables, I don't know why they didn't just have like a USB-C extension cable. You could have just left this plugged in and plugged in the extension cable, and then you've got a longer length to actually plug it in. Yeah, I give them both thumbs up. Check them out if you're so inclined, if you're in the market for either a Steam Deck dock that attaches to the Steam Deck, or a battery pack or something that attaches to the Steam Deck. Personally, I probably will have the Steam Deck dock attached most of the time, if for the simple fact that I like having a kickstand just permanently attached to this, that I could just put this down and have it setting up instead of putting it flat on the back. So, that's it, and I'll see you all next time.